Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome. Ooh, sorry. To the Crystal Library, everybody. Hi! I'm here. Hi, I'm Daisy. Hi, I'm late. Hi. Hello, everyone. This is exciting, guys. We're tackling a new part of the body today. But before we get to it, first off, hi, I'm late. Second off, things are, I'm not gonna say anything. I am not gonna say a damn thing. Hello. We're just gonna jump in because, before we get to the meat of today's topic, which is hamstrings. So excited. Before we get to that, I just want to first of all say hello and welcome. I hope we're doing well. I hope we're doing okay. And I'm sorry if you've just been inundated with my face. Posting shorts every single day just to see what happens for an experiment. So, I apologize if it's been a lot. But secondly, if you happen to stumble upon this itty bitty little channel and you found me, yay, thank you, welcome, happy to have you. So what we're gonna do, because there is a part 1 to this stream, we're gonna do some critiques first, because every lesson that Proko does, he does a little critique lesson, which is really helpful. Sometimes it helps me get to see all of the mistakes that I made, and we get to like learn. A lot of people submit their stuff for Proko to correct, so some common mistakes that people make might help you. But if anything, this is just going to probably be the quieter part of the stream. We're just going to tackle this real quick. It's an hour long, and sometimes I might make adjustments to my art as I'm watching the video, because a lot of times I make mistakes. We're not perfect. But other than that, I was going to finish eating because I have some top ramen soup here that I wanted to finish before we started. And I was stalling because I wanted to finish eating, but I'm a tortoise and I take forever to eat. So rather than waiting around and wasting your time, I'm just going to jump in and we're just going to eat as we go, because I'm not going to doodle right now. We'll do that after the critique. And then we'll be full of fuel and ready for hamstrings! I haven't seen the lesson at all. I have no idea if it's safe for work. There might be junk in it. There might be assetry. I don't know. But we're gonna find out, and YouTube might block me, but also, Proko, why are you putting that out there? If it's already, you know what? Never mind. Let's just do it. So anyway, switching to this screen, here's the critique. I'm probably gonna just be quiet and let him do his thing, and if adjustments need to be made as we go, then we'll add adjustments, but most likely it'll just be me off to the side while he's waffling on. So let's get started. Hitting play. Let me turn vibes down real quick. I have a feeling, oops, nope, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Okay. So now, let me know if we have audio for Proko. Again, this is exclusive to the premium class, so welcome to the good stuff. Exclusivity! Da-da-da. Alright.
Hey guys, welcome back to another critique episode. I'm going to be critiquing your quadricep assignments. Probably everybody's favorite muscle group on the legs.
Yes.
Second to butts.
No.
Nothing's going to be as interesting. Maybe feet, actually. Maybe feet will be more interesting.
Whoa.
And we're going to close off with feet, so that'll be fun.
He's more excited
All
about
right,
this than I
so
am.
we have a good amount of submissions. So let's begin. I'm going to start with Pamela May Green. Okay, Pamela, so I feel like your gesture is fine. You know, your poses don't look stiff. Proportions look fine. You know, I don't see any
Fine.
major proportional
Kinda
error.
harsh.
Structurally, it might look a little bit flat, but I think some of that is coming from your line quality. It
I'm
feels
also gonna
very
set this to
uptight.
1.25
Like I feel like
speed.
you're like flexing
Might
your
move things
hand or
along a little
something, and
faster.
you're not loosened up. So that might just come from a little bit more mileage, a little more experience with the pencil. But everything looks like you're just pressing down really hard, and you're not, your strokes aren't flowing very well. And sometimes having a stroke like that that's very uptight makes things just appear flatter and two-dimensional. You know, like if you draw a line like this versus like that, you know, these kinds of lines have motion.
That's
and when you
nitpicky
draw
brush
form
control. Pencil's hard.
like this.
But yeah.
That looks flatter than if you draw form.
Pencil work is
with
getting
with
better.
better
Having
line
fun
quality.
with pencil again.
It just, for some reason, it carries a little bit more volume to it. And that's what I feel like is a lot of your lines are like this.
While
where
that's happening, I'm gonna work on
they're
stuff.
just very timid. Like you put the pencil down, you draw it, you end it, you bring the pencil back up. You use your shoulder, loosen up a little bit. But that's unrelated to anatomy. So as far as accuracy and anatomy, I have a few things that I'm seeing here. I'm gonna start with this guy. I think that's Laura, her left leg. The Sartorius looks very skinny on both sides, actually. This
Good.
guy, very, very skinny.
Well, no, that's a
This
compliment.
is very skinny, kind of wobbly. Looks like you're drawing really slowly, and you got this wobbly line happening because you're drawing so slowly. If you just use your shoulder and try to draw like an S curve,
Gotta open
your
up on
lines
the arm.
will be a little bit cleaner. You know, faster motion, just, you know, you're avoiding all those wiggles from your hand shape
Wiggles!
as you slowly
Wiggle
move down
giggles.
that line. But yeah, it's also just too skinny, and it feels flat.
Hmm.
Then in the glutes,
Sartorius
looks
is
like
a
this
thicker
whole
muscle than
area
most
right
people
here,
think.
you didn't really define what it is. You just kind of threw in a shape, a flat shape.
Tis a box, that is a
I
pelvis.
would define that
You would.
this is the gluteus medius in here. And let's bring the reference back in, actually. And this is the gluteus maximus over here. And then the gluteus maximus continues down, but right here we have a little bit of fat that kind of pinches out on top of the gluteus maximus.
Might fly through this
Gluteus
next
maximus
lesson a little
continues through
faster.
here and attaches to the IT band. And you
IT
see right in here,
band! I know what that is.
that's the bottom of the IT band. Right
Feel
there.
it every day.
And so you didn't really define that IT band. And that's very important, especially on the side of the leg, where we're seeing, you see this flat area right here? That flattening is caused by the IT band pushing in. I'm pretty sure that this out here, this bump on the outside, is the hamstring. It's not the vastus lateralis. I think the vastus lateralis kind of ends right after the IT band, and then we have tendon of the hamstring, and then the hamstring coming out. So the vastus lateralis would be just up to here. Maybe I should change color. So the blue will be the hamstring, and you can see this tendon right here. So there are the parallel tendons on the side there, one from the IT band, one from the hamstring coming out from the back, and they're somewhat parallel. They're not actually parallel, and I'll go more into that in the hamstring lessons. But yeah, just keep in mind, guys, I think
Oops, sorry.
you guys aren't differentiating between the two tendons on the lateral side of the knee. Right in here,
Did I find
the
that
quad tendon,
I think I
you
did.
kind of have this weird shape that's going off to the side. Make sure you're showing a flattened, like a vertical tendon coming up here, attaching to the rectus femoris. And then even in here, like your rectus femoris, it's like there's this weird triangle shape that's, I don't know, it's kind of an extra piece. Here's the muscle I'm seeing. Tensor fascia lata, sartorius,
Say that again.
Right through
Tensor
there.
fascia latte.
and then biceps femoris goes into there. Or not biceps femoris, sorry. Rectus femoris goes in there. And then in here, there's this quad tendon. You can see very clear bump. And see how yours is going diagonally in here? This one is more vertical.
I
Vastus
think I rubbed
medialis
it in there,
on the
yeah.
side.
It's 3:30 p.m.
Oh my god.
Let's go grab a glass
Vastus
of water.
lateralis.
And why don't you go wash your hands?
Kind of a
Yes,
similar feeling here on
go!
this
Yes,
side.
sir!
You're not really showing this
It's gonna
quad
jump scare
tendon
me every time.
reaching out vertically, attaching to
But I don't turn it off
the
because
rectus
I am very
femoris.
stagnant without it.
And then the vastus lateralis attaching to the side of it. You're kind of just outlining like rectangular shapes. You're not thinking of them as three-dimensional forms. You know, like this is a form in here,
Tis.
attaching to a top plane of the patella, and then there's
And
a
actually
front
looking
plane
at
to the
that
patella and a side
again,
plane.
This
these are
is
forms that need to
incorrect.
be
I think
tracked.
I was seeing some
and
more than I wanted to.
They have volume, and I feel like you're just kind of going
Yeah,
shape
that's
in here
not.
for a muscle,
Sorry,
shape in
that's
here
not
for
the
another
rectus
muscle,
femoris.
shape in here for another muscle,
This is the
there's a
longest part of the.
patella, and then whatever's left in
Yeah.
between is like, oh, there's the quad tendon. You got to think of all of these things
The
as
rectus
forms
femoris is
and
up
track them
here.
correctly. Make sure that if a muscle
kinda see it.
starts here, ends here, it doesn't go like this, and then at the very end, the tendon kind of has to do a little wiggle thing to connect to the point. Make sure the muscle flows from one point to the
A
next
little
point, and
wiggle.
that there's a gestural element to it. It's not just a flat shape. Like if I delete all this, I mean, look at the shape you designed in here for this. Kind of an ugly shape, you know. I'm not. I don't like the shape of that muscle. It doesn't have.
Get him.
Doesn't have a good flow to it. It's kind of symmetrical, and it doesn't look like it's attaching to the patella. It looks like it flows in here and then ends up right there. So it's not going to the right place. Same thing with this one. This is maybe a little more attractive. It's more accurate to what the rectus femoris actually looks like, but again, it looks like it's attaching to the side of the patella. So you're designing all these muscles as just kind of flat outlines and not actually thinking of three-dimensional form. Just because you're adding these cross-contour lines doesn't all of a sudden just turn everything into three-dimensional forms. The way you draw the shapes has to be based on three-dimensional forms. You can't just add things to a flat shape and then think that it's going to make it 3D all of a sudden. So that's that. Also, because this is kind of related to that, like in here, see how you have this shape and then another shape next to it, another shape next to it. The rectus femoris doesn't attach up here like you're indicating. This is the ASIS, and then remember that the rectus femoris attaches more down here at the anterior inferior iliac spine. So this would have to kind of flow like
Right. I remember
Which is
that.
this-
It's not at the
that.
ASIS.
Well,
It's at the
not on my mark,
ACE.
deep.
The ASUA.
So don't show the rectus femoris kind of curving back
Again, feel
up.
free to stop me
because
if
it
you
won't.
have questions
It
about
keeps going
anything at all.
deep
You know about my
into
anatomy app and we can talk about
right
it.
here. And then again, this sartorius is just really skinny. You know, if I look at the model here, this whole form right here is a sartorius. Pretty thick.
Yeah.
And she's a very thin person. I wouldn't say she's buff. She doesn't have large muscles.
She has
and her
lovely,
sartorius is
lovely
that thick.
gesture.
If you look at
Her
someone like
muscles are
Anthony
very gorgeous
over
to look
here,
at.
very, very
What a
thick
gift.
sartorius. And here, look at that. Very, very thick sartorius. So it's a long
that's
skinny muscle,
sartorius?
but it has form.
Wait, what?
You don't just draw it as like a little string, especially
Did
when
I
it's
get it?
active. Okay, looking at page 2, seen some similar
It's hard
issues.
to balance all
Again,
of
the
this on one
sartorius
screen, guys. Sorry.
it's pretty much like a little string. I think right here you're indicating like the
Did I
sartorius as part
find
of the
that
adductors.
sartorius? Yes, I did.
This whole form
I
is the
did.
sartorius coming up to the ASIS.
This is the
point.
first one we did. That one's look really good.
And then
The
it looks
muscles
like
are a little
your
jank.
tensor fascial lata like up here is
I don't
very
know.
small,
That
really, really small.
It looks huge.
And then again, you're not
on him.
showing the glutes. You got gluteus medius, gluteus maximus. Separate those. Show all the forms, because the gluteus maximus attaches to the IT band, which will change. It
I had
affects
confusion
the
on
form
this too.
of the vastus lateralis. So this little shadow that you put in here, yeah, it's an indication, but are you really showing that you know what that is, or do you know what that is? This pinch that's being caused by something.
Yeah, I don't.
You indicated it as just like a little line because you probably saw it on the surface, but why not show
Wait, do I?
what it's, what's causing it?
Hold up.
And actually,
What did you just say? There's a pinch in the booty? Is it here? I'm assuming yes, because this is, yeah, they drew her leg very internally rotated. But this is glute med connecting to glute max, and that pinch right there is hamstring, which again, we don't know yet. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. But also, God, I just had a revelation that I'm so excited to do these lessons again. Like, I want to do all of this journey again. This Proko course has taken me almost 3.5 years to get through. I started this in 2020-ish. No, well before that. I think I took a 3-year break, but collectively, like from 2016, 17 to now, I've been doing this course throughout the body. There is no evidence of any of my work from the torso and the arms, but I did it. There is evidence of it on my Facebook and Instagram, just not stream evidence. However, I want to do this all again. I want to do this again in ZBrush. I want to do it again once I actually understand all of the body. I love this stuff. Sorry.
Actually, your things
Makes me
aren't
hurt.
aligning. This
Sorry.
pinch would need to kind of be connected to the tensor fascia lata and to the tendon over here. You know, all of this has to be connected. The glutes. Because IT band, it starts from the edge of the TFL, the edge of the gluteus maximus, swings down, and then attaches to this tendon down here.
Yeah.
And there's a flow that goes through the whole thing, and everything needs to
That
feel like
part.
it's going from the right place to the right place.
Can
And
you say
things
that
just aren't
again?
Connected to the gluteus max. It starts from the edge of the TFL, the edge of the gluteus maximus, swings down, and then attaches to this tendon down here. And there's a flow that goes through the whole thing, and everything needs to feel like
What
it's
is
going from the right
that?
place to the right place. And things just aren't connecting correctly on yours because you're not actually
excuse
thinking
me.
about where it starts and where it
Sorry.
ends. You're just looking at, oh, here's a little shape, here's a shape, here's a shape, and then there's like a little indent in between, but
It's
you're not
easy to
connecting.
get confused and lost.
Same thing in here.
And
You're
you just see
missing the IT
things
band
and you don't know what you're looking at.
that would cut across and attach here, right? And then where's the quad tendon in here? You're kind of missing that whole element. You know, you have this top plane of the patella, and then you have this form of the rectus femoris, and it all kind of just leads down into the side of the knee instead of to the top plane where the quad tendon reaches the patella. And then there's also the element of, you know, you're starting to put random areas of shading.
He is
and they're
digging
not really
into
doing
this
anything with
one.
the drawing. Like you've shaded
Jeez.
this area of the calf, and that's it. So like why is this top plane of the calf shaded, and then it's just outlined, and then nothing else is shaded?
I don't do as much shading as
It
I
doesn't,
could.
you know, just adding a little dark
I
area
kinda
on your
want
drawing
Proko to
doesn't
rip
all of
me
a sudden
apart.
make it
I
your
would be
drawing
fine with that.
three-dimensional. It's just kind of a dark
Let it
patch.
happen, let it happen.
When you start shading, make sure you complete the story. Your shading has to match. Like if you add a top plane and shadow, well then other top planes have to be in shadow. And then the in-between planes have to be in halftone. Don't just add random patches of shadow. If you're not going to complete the story, just don't shade at all. Just don't
Yeah.
use shade as
That's
an element.
fair.
Just use
Just
cross
don't.
contour lines, overlap, just keep it linear.
Fair
And
enough.
focus more on the accuracy of the drawing, because random spots of tone are just going to make your drawing worse. I know that's a really common issue is people, they want to start shading because they see these shaded rendered drawings and they look amazing, and it's like, oh, I want to make
It's
my drawing
true,
look like
it's
that,
hard.
and then you begin it, and then you don't fully understand how to shade, and then it just
No.
makes your drawing worse. So I would say for an anatomical studies,
Harsh,
just
bruh, but true.
don't worry about the shading. Do shading studies, specific shading studies where you're focused on depicting form with tone, and you're thinking about edges, and you're thinking about which direction are the planes facing. Because in these drawings, you're focused on muscular forms, bony landmarks, making sure everything's tracking correctly. You're not necessarily thinking of planes and which area, you know, which direction the light's coming from. These are distractions. I think when you're a student and looks like you're kind of a newer student, maybe a few years of experience.
It's not bad though for a
Having
first
too many
attempt
balls
if
to
they're
juggle
early
is
at
just too
this.
much. You kind of get lost and confused, and then nothing ends up working out. So
Savage
pick your
Proko.
battles. Focus on
Give it to
something.
me.
And
I
then
want
if you
it.
want to lunch on something else, focus on that. Eventually, once you get good at both, you can start kind of connecting things together. And then, you know, eventually after 10 years or so, all these things are just second nature, and you're doing drawings that have all these elements together, and it's amazing, right? But drawing is so complex, you have to break it
Yeah.
up. You can't learn everything at once.
No.
So,
It's kind of what happened to my brain.
here's a great example
Wow.
of someone who's doing more of a tonal study, right? No linear work at all,
Yo,
thinking
that's
completely
beautiful.
of planes. This is Domantas Martinez
Stunning.
Lucasius. Do I recommend doing tonal studies of anatomy? Maybe. If you've done linear studies where you are
Depends on the
tracking the
focus you
muscles
want.
and you understand what's going on under the surface, sure, go ahead and start doing some tonal studies and try to actually depict all of these muscles as surface forms. That's not a bad idea. I just hope that you did some studies before this, learning the underlying forms, the anatomy under the skin, and now you're just taking it further and doing tonal studies. Which
Yeah.
it looks like you understand your stuff. I think you're ready to have some fun and do things like that.
This person
But
specifically.
I'd like to have seen
but
both.
Not the last
Maybe,
person. Dang.
some linear studies where you're studying anatomy and then stuff like this where you're showing that you can
Harsh,
apply it to
but
tonal drawing.
hard truth
And
sometimes.
you left a comment on Facebook, and the reason I want to read this because Ben has a really good response, and I wanted to just read Ben's response because I think it's very good. So, Demontis, you posted your tonal drawings, and you said, I've been trying to catch up on quads assignments, and I felt I have some difficulties understanding exterior sides, so the lateral side plane, I guess. I wanted to push these sketches as far as I can, so I shaded them. But I feel I might have lost quite a bit of clarity on the muscle definition. You definitely did, which is normal when you start shading. You don't want to show everything in your shading. You want to pick areas that are lost. There's some plane or some parts of forms that kind of mush together a little bit, and so you want to lose those. So yeah, when you're shading, you're definitely not showing everything like you would linearly. Okay, Ben had a really good critique for you. So he says, that's some fine brushwork right there. I think you're correct that you lost clarity though. It looks like you've captured the tones from the photos without showing that you understand the underlying anatomy that is creating the forms. For me, these assignments provide the most instructional value when I'm forced to decide what is going on anatomically under the surface. Specifically showing things like the location or orientation of the patella, the origin and insertion of the TFL, position of the sartorius as it wraps around the thigh, etc. I couldn't have said it better than that.
These are his
myself,
sketches.
Ben, so thank you very much for helping people out in the
Just
community.
checking over my homework.
Very nice of you. Other than just the whole idea of shading versus linear studies,
Look at that one. Oh my god.
some things I'm noticing.
Wow.
A little stiff, I think. I'm
just
hoping that you're doing
gesture-wise,
some
too.
gestural underdrawing before you shade them. But generally, when you're drawing a leg like this,
Ooh.
you want to find a flow kind of like this.
Yeah, that S curve is so gorgeous.
That's
I love
And
it.
yours just seemed very straight up and down.
I thought
So
it was nice.
I would try
This
to
one's
push
nice.
The
But
way I design my shapes,
I feel
muscles,
that.
to kind of just push it in this direction. I
Did
know
I do that?
there's muscles on all sides and they go against this, but this is the general flow, and you want to make sure that when you change it or you design a shape, that you're designing
I
towards
got
this,
it.
not towards that. And then on this one,
I do need to go back and fix that. But
see, I'm seeing
yeah.
your design is kind of just like straight through here and then a plane down here, and then mostly just straight across through here. The way I would design those is I would have maybe a longer tendon in here, and then peak a little, like right here. So instead of a flat all the way through, it would be a curve, but not a symmetrical
that
curve like
tendon
this.
is much longer.
It would be a curve that peaks, not in the middle, but more towards the front, right? Like right here. And then in here, for the adductors, I do a curve that peaks more towards the back. So what
Yeah.
you get is something like this,
That lovely
where
oh.
the peaks are diagonal.
Yep.
This is the way you avoid
Oh.
the snowman effect going down the forms.
Snaky
Instead
S
of
curves all the way
peaks
throughout the
going
body. They're
horizontally,
so cool and pretty to look
You
at.
try to look for this, where the peaks are bouncing down the form. Right here, kind of strange. Just gets really skinny, and then the foot gets really
He
thick.
said strange.
Just like thick, skinny, thick. Doesn't look like you were thinking of the forms, especially like, were you thinking of the bone underneath, how much volume it would have, and how the muscle was attached to it? I don't think so. I think you were just looking at you like drew in a contour and then you started shading it, right? That's kind of what we're talking about. It's a tonal study, and you're missing the structure underneath. Another thing is, right here, I would like to see an indication of the greater trochanter as either a flattened indent or as a protrusion, depending on the pose. If we look at the reference for this one,
Where's the greater
I would
trochanter?
say that this area
I
is
see it.
flatter. This area of the greater
Where is
trochanter,
it?
it's flattened. I don't
Is one of
see
the last
a
ones? Yeah.
tube connecting the gluteus medius to the vastus lateralis like you showed. Okay, let's move on to page 2. Okay, so starting with this one on the left, it looks like you're there's an area
So
in here where it
harsh,
looks like you're
sir.
showing that the sartorius is going like this, and then another form right here. I would take away this part here and show a nice
He
flowing
keeps
sartorius
jumping
going
around,
this way.
fudge.
Let's delete my lines to show it
I
again.
do know I need
Yeah,
to go
see?
back and look at that one
Right in
again.
here, you have that half
The
tone.
first one I did was so long ago.
That makes the sartorius look weird. On this one, the sartorius looks kind of flat, like it's in shadow, and then all of a sudden, there's a major plane change. I don't see it that way. I would have kind of rounded it out, that whole area. Kind of mushy in here, in the way you're indicating all of these, the contour along there.
I did.
Too many little bumps.
Yeah.
I don't feel the form of the vastus lateralis being a large football-shaped form. I just feel a bunch of little two-dimensional bumps along the surface.
Yeah, I could
And then
soften
in
this a
here,
bit.
you're showing a lot of forms, and you're doing a good job of showing like top plane, front plane with your shading. But I don't feel like you really understand what all these bumps are. 'Cause
No,
they're
how
not
can we? We
designed
haven't gotten
to
past
s-
the
you know,
kneecap
to really
yet.
reveal the bones underneath. They're kind of just designed as like graphic shapes based on what you saw on
It's
in
true.
the photo reference, but you weren't really thinking critically through it. Like, okay, what is this bump? You know, is this the top of the tibia? So do I need to show this as like the front plane, the side plane, and then show how the front plane kind of connects to the tubercle in the front?
Oh, mother's
Or is
home.
this the patella and there's a top plane, front plane, side plane? Or is this the condyle of the femur, a little bit of the condyle showing through? Or is this a muscle? So should this have more of a rounded feeling to it? You know, I feel like all these bumps, whether they're muscle or bone, they all kind of designed randomly, just to make the shapes look interesting, but not necessarily design them based on what they actually are. Also, I don't feel like this leg shape in here is good. I don't like it. It doesn't look like it's foreshortened. You're making it way too skinny. This
I
me,
think
from
I
the
agree
reference,
with
it was
that.
leaning very much towards
I
us. It was
struggled
very
with that one though.
foreshortened.
That one was tough.
You can see when we compare it to the model reference,
Need to
very
put
skinny
these in
through here
order.
and not
These
enough
are not
volume
in
at the bottom.
order.
So what I would
Well,
do is,
Yeah, no.
first of all,
no.
make sure I'm tracking the muscles to the correct spot.
No, there.
So rectus femoris tracks all the way down to here. We got the TFL, which is probably even bigger, like that. And then we have the sartorius come into the same area. And then this just needs to feel like it's hanging down.
Yeah, because gravity. It's droopy.
There.
You can even see where
Cool.
the sartorius comes
And
in.
then actually with this
gracilis
bottom
that
leg,
cuts off the
same
inner
thing
thigh.
that I
I'm gonna
said earlier,
pinch
it
that
just
in a
feels
little more.
straight. Make
Oh,
sure
no,
you're
it's
looking
curvy.
for
I made it too curvy.
this flow through
Because
here.
now it's not sitting on a ground plane anymore. It's
flow
kind of
through
floating
here,
a little bit. But
and here you're curving this way. This is kind of the gesture that I look for. And then
show
flip
me,
back
what do you
this
look
way.
for, Proko? Ooh, I did it! Yes!
Put your muscles to flow. And before I move on to the next one, I actually want
Feels
to
good.
correct
Again,
my
not perfect,
mistake I made.
but I feel good about that.
I'm showing in here that the sartorius is connecting to the anterior inferior iliac spine, and it's not. I just said it for someone else here that
Yes.
it's supposed to attach up here. To
It
the
attaches up
ACES,
there.
Anterior superior iliac spine, same area as the
The
TFL.
femoris is the
So
only
this
one that
rhythm
attaches to that.
goes
Everything else goes to the
that.
femur. I love it.
Okay, let's move on now to Hagai. It's hockey. I actually really like these. I think you have
I
a
heard
good
Pokemon. I'm
line
sorry.
quality.
I mean,
you have some
One
shading
Piece
in
hockey.
here that's complete. It's not just like a spot of shading here.
Move
and
my
then that's
body.
it. It's everywhere and it's subtle. Your linear, the linear indications you have are still much more prominent, and you're more focused on that. And then the shading just kind of helps to make some of the forms feel a little more three-dimensional. I like that. This is a great balance between line
Show
and
it.
color.
Show it. Show it. Show it.
And most of your,
Ooh,
I mean, it's very
oh,
gestural. I feel
wow.
like the most anatomy is pretty accurate.
Yeah, you
But
got
let me
really
just
good
show you
line
some of the
work
things I'm
and
noticing.
shading. It's
One
a little
is in the reference
still,
to this one.
the
I
gesture
feel
could
like
be pushed a little more, but it's
TFL
really strong.
Yeah, I don't think you drew it correctly. I see it a little bit wider. There's a pretty
TFL?
large bump through here, like that.
TFL?
And then you're showing the IT band coming off like this and wrapping around almost to the very back, and then coming back around to the front like this.
Oh, I didn't even put
I
the
don't think that's
TFL in there.
correct. I think the
Now that I
IT
think
band
about it, I
would
can see
go
it.
like this through here.
It's right there.
Because
Oh,
there's
wait, no.
in the photo there's a whole flattened area right through here.
Wait,
and that is
what?
IT.
Yeah, this is the TFL. I didn't even do that. And this is where the femoris starts. Yo, I gotta clean this up because it's right in that little tunnel. There's sartorius, there's the TFL, and then the femoris starts right there. You can see where it starts, just don't really see where it ends because it's blurred and it's softened by it's not flexed, but still you can see where it starts. I should define that. Okay.
Band would go like this through here. Because there's in the photo there's a whole flattened area right through here,
Put a little
and that
asterisk
entire
next
flattened
to
area is
the
caused
ones
by
I
the
want to touch up.
It's not just in the back. And then also you have to show the gluteus maximus and how big
Oh
it's
yeah,
big.
gotta get the
That.
booty.
And then there's
Did I put the booty in there?
Maybe a little bit larger than what you showed.
I barely did.
On this
You
one,
can kinda
it
see
appears
it.
like you have the TFL and the sartorius attaching here, which is like right in the middle
Let's
of the
see,
gluteus
which
medius.
else?
But you have
This guy,
the
I
ACES
think is
point
fine.
right here. That's the
I
bone
could
that
just
both of
soften
those
that a
should be
little
attaching
bit.
to. So I'm gonna redesign this for you. This
I'm
should go
gonna
all the way
do
out here,
that.
and the sartorius should all the way
Oh,
out
all
here.
caps lock.
Like that.
See.
And then the
right,
gluteus
this.
medius. Like that. Makes sense? So the ACES
Well,
point
more
is the very
specifically
end of
at
the iliac,
TF.
iliac crest, which is the beginning of the gluteus medius. That's the origin. On this one, it looks like you're completely missing the TFL. You have the ACES here, and then there should be this kind of compressed TFL right through here.
This
and
is
then
really
the
tough. I
IT band.
can't
there's
really
another
finish
mistake.
this until
Looks
I know
like
what
your
the
IT
hamstrings
band,
are, so I'm gonna leave that
You're showing
alone.
it there. And if we bring that photo in,
This one I
you'll see
think
that
is
there are
okay.
2 tendon areas. Right here,
Ooh.
which you have indicated as an IT band, that's
Oh,
actually
yes!
the
Yeah.
tendon of the bicep wall.
I got it. Yes,
Right
I
here.
got it. Yeah.
This
good.
form,
Sorry.
that's
I'm excited.
the IT
I love
band.
this stuff. Sorry.
tendon. So there should be 2.
No,
So
actually,
this
I'm
one that
not
you have
sorry.
as
I'm
an
too
IT band,
excited.
that should be
It's
part
wonderful.
of the hamstrings. And then that T-band should be coming in through here and attaching
Having a blast.
above. So I think it's a little strange the way you've indicated the TFL here. So you have the sartorius attaching right here to the ACES, and then you have the TFL starting a little bit too far to the side. It should be here, and there should be a rounded muscle, and then the T-band kind of comes off from it. You have just like one thin sliver as the
Oh,
TFL
yeah.
and IT band kind of together, and it's too far out to the side. So make sure that the TFL attaches to the ACES, and then all of this in
Oh,
here
good, it's almost any time.
goes to the greater trochanter, the gluteus medius, and then you have the gluteus maximus back there as well. Over here, I feel like you didn't.
Wait, did I? TFL? Yeah, kind of. Because actually, now that I think about it, I need to confirm. Is the TFL sitting on top of the greater trochanter? I don't think it is. It's like right next to it. And yeah, I need to really clarify what that connection point is. Yeah, he got mostly. I think I put too much emphasis on this. This doesn't feel right to me. Like the way the gesture's going, it should like S curve down. Kind of like how he has it, where the muscles attach right here. Let me see. Sorry, this is a very quick. It's supposed to be a quick critique check-in, but it's also me checking my homework, and I don't. It's gonna take a while, depending on how many times I pause. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, things attach more in an S curve. I think I got it though. I could definitely go back and do this again. I think if anything, this tendon could be exaggerated a bit more to arc out rather than like punch in. So it kind of follows that S line. That's a small adjustment. Again, that's more artistic licensing. It's not actually what's really happening. Can't really see it unless I zoom in up close. But even then, like you kind of really can't tell. You can just kind of see a little divot right there where it just punches in. Okay. Excuse me. Back to it, good sir.
really do much. Like again, you're missing the TFL form. You're missing all of the stuff in here, called the quadriceps muscle, which is what the sketch was supposed to really show. But I want to, this drawing in here, there's a lot of mistakes here, and I want to make sure that
Ooh,
you
get
guys are
'em.
understanding, because I feel like a lot of you
Assault me.
are having an issue with the lateral side, the side of the leg.
Because it's
and
tricky,
specifically
tricky.
How
It's
the
tricky.
IT
Ah!
band
Sorry.
is placed on top of this. So let's bring in
Why?
the reference as well. Okay, so I'm going to start with a quick gestural indication. Very, very
Hi,
simplified version
Bob.
of it.
Welcome. Babies were sleeping behind me, but now mother is home, so they're wired.
Okay. It's kind of like a side leg.
Sorry, I'm working on things in the background. Don't mind me.
Okay, so here's my gesture. Now let's focus on what's going on here with the anatomy. So let's start by identifying the bony landmarks. We have the iliac crest with the ACES right here. We have the greater trochanter, right about here. We have the patella, right here. We have the tibia. Can't really see much of in here because it's covered by the calves, but we know that we can see the tibia all along through here, along the shin. And I'm just going to connect them. There's a ligament that connects the patella to the tibia, and then there's the quad tendon in here. And that's pretty much it for the bony landmarks. Now let's start defining the muscles. Okay, let's start with some of the things that we can see very, very
He's going over this one. Wait, I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry, sir. Do it
tendon
again.
right there.
Please do it again. I'm sorry.
Okay, so here's my gesture. Now let's focus on what's going on here with the anatomy.
That's the tunnel in the hamstrings, yes.
Let's start by identifying the bony landmarks. We have the iliac crest with the asus right here. We have the greater trochanter right about here. We have the patella right here. We have the tibia.
One that I did.
Can't really see much of in here because it's covered by
well, no, this one I think
calves,
is my
but
favorite.
we know that we can see the tibia all along through here, along the shin. And I'm just going to connect them. There's a ligament that connects the patella to the tibia, and then there's the quad tendon in here. And that's pretty much it for the bony landmarks. Now let's start defining the muscles.
The bones, guys.
Okay, let's start with some of the things that we can see very, very clearly. This tendon right there.
Yes, what is that?
You have indicated that as the IT band going right through here.
It's not IT
which
band.
I'll give you some credit here. You connected the IT band to the TFL and the gluteus maximus. That is correct. However, you placed the bottom of that tendon in the wrong spot. This
That's
form
hamstring.
right here is the biceps femoris of the hamstring.
Yes!
And then back here,
even though I don't know what the
that's
hamstrings
other
are
tendon
yet.
of the hamstring.
We're gonna learn those today!
Semi-glute.
But I got that right. Okay,
We'll
cool.
cover in the hamstring, obviously. But anyway, this whole form, that is not the IT band.
No.
That's the hamstring.
That's hamstring.
Okay.
Cool.
Now
cool,
where's
cool,
the IT
cool.
band? Well, it's this little piece right here.
Right? Wait,
A
what?
little flatter. It's not gonna pop out like the hamstring.
Oh,
tendon
it's
does.
this.
And then right as
Oh.
you see how right
What's
here
sitting
it
on
gets
top of
overpowered
that
by this
then?
diagonal.
Yes.
That's because the IT band is pretty flat, and when the vastus lateralis is flexed, the vastus lateralis form will pop out and it'll expose, it'll overpower the IT band. But right here, you see the form of the vastus lateralis. And look where it's tracking. It's tracking right here, right up to the quad.
Hold up. Okay. This helps so much. Okay, so I gotta go back and control. I gotta recolor this. I think we can leave the lines where they are, but the colors are wrong. This I have as IT band. This is actually where the IT band ends, and then this is lateralis poking out right here. Oh my god! Because I didn't know. Oh, I love this. Yeah! Oh, sorry. Okay, let me just make a little note. Nope. Over here, please. Tab. I'm gonna have to redo all of these. Eventually, we'll do a full-on touch-up of all of them, but we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna do subtle adjustments today. Recolor IT band. Cool. All right, moving on.
Tendon. You have it indicated where
That's so nice.
the vastus
so
lateralis
interesting.
is this entire area here, attaching to the side, but
It's
it doesn't.
not
It
quite that
wraps over to the top plane. It attaches to the quad tendon, which
got
is all
it.
the way at the top.
Okay, thank
It will
you.
not attach to the side.
That was real confusing, gotta say.
This
You can't blame
form
us,
here
Proko.
is the IT band,
We
which
tried, we
continues
tried.
on top of the vastus lateralis, but like I said, vastus lateralis overpowers it, and you can't see it until you get to this pinch right in here. But
Oh dear,
we'll get to
children
that
are
in a minute.
excited.
Okay, we've covered the bottom of this. Let's figure out where all these things attach at the top, and then we'll combine them together. So we know that at the asus, we're supposed to have the TFL. It's going to be pretty large, and I might have put the greater trochanter a little bit too far off to the side there, because it should be right next to the TFL. So let's shift it.
Sorry.
Put it right there.
Don't know
Okay, we
why
know
my
the gluteus
computer keeps
medius would
yelling.
be here, attaching to the top, and we know the gluteus maximus is all through here. Now, another thing that I see that you did wrong is the vastus lateralis. You have it going
I don't
up
have any of the glute.
and kind of
I need to put the gluty
in
back in.
between
The gluty
the
booty.
TFL and it looks like the sartorius. It does not do that. It will instead, you'll go
This
underneath.
is all glue.
And remember, it attaches to the greater
Managers
trochanter
right here, and then glue
right
bead.
here. But it's underneath the TFL, so we don't really see that, but you just got to make sure your contour indicates that it's going to the correct point. And yours does not, because if the greater trochanter is over here, there's no way that it's going to attach over there.
Right. It has to
It's
go
way
to the
too high
eye.
up and
Yeah.
it's way too far up
I
to the,
kind of got it.
to the front.
Because if greater trochanters are here, it's attaching
So there's that
inside
football
the.
shape
Yeah.
of the
Okay.
vastus
Cool.
lateralis.
Cool.
We have the gluteus maximus. We have the hamstrings in the back.
We got close.
Now, what's going on in here? This pinch. Well,
Yeah. What the hell is that?
pretty simple. So we have the tendon down here, and then we know that this end will attach to the gluteus maximus.
Mm-hmm.
This end will attach to the TFL.
So biceps
and then in
femoris
between,
of the
I've mentioned
hamstring.
before that there is
IT band.
there's
Glute
multiple layers
lat-
to the IT
Lateralis
band,
poking out.
and one strong one that can cause a pinch is the one that kind of comes off from the point between the TFL and the gluteus medius, right here. And I think that's the one that causes this pinching. Okay, so very complex, but I think if you think of it in that way,
What?
it starts to make sense. You know,
No, it does not. Wait, what? Wait, what? Say that again, sir.
between, I've mentioned before that there's multiple layers to the IT band,
Mm-hmm.
and one
it 'cause it's
strong one
just
that can cause a
taut?
pinch is the one that kind of comes off from the point between the TFL and the gluteus medius, right here. And I think that's the one that causes this pinching.
The IT band is throwing me off so much. This is all IT band. This pinchy thing right here that we see, that is IT band. And this is lateralis dipping underneath it. Oh. Oh. Yeah. That is, woo. Yeah, I was never going to get that on my own. Thank God for this, but that's cool. Okay. So yeah, you can tell exactly what the greater trochanter is by just connecting it to the yeah. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's a loaded lesson. This is a very intense, complex study.
Okay.
Give us some credit,
Very
Proko. I
complex.
feel pretty good
But
at
I
getting
think if you
close.
think of it in that way, it starts to make sense. You know, you have ilia crest, greater trochanter, patella, and tibia. You have the quad tendon. The vastus lateralis will attach to the greater trochanter, and then it wraps around in here to the quad tendon, not to the side of the patella. Then you have the TFL right here, gluteus medius, gluteus maximus.
Excuse me.
Both of those will shoot a tendon down here, like this. And remember, sometimes you'll get a pinch coming from here, like that. That's still part of that IT band. And then back here, you'll get the hamstrings
Got it.
with another tendon
Cool.
to the fibula.
Cool.
And this tendon goes to the fibula. And then you have the calves coming out from back there. So very ugly design shape. That's kind of what happens when you start
We know what you
with,
meant,
when you
Proko. It's
design
okay.
something with little elements instead of starting with a big form. But just to kind of get you guys familiar with where everything is going, thinking about how there is a starting point and an end point to everything.
Oh, bye.
Okay, guys. So I hope that clears up the side of the
Yes.
leg a little bit. You know, it's
Yes.
still complicated, but
Thank
maybe
you.
rewatch this sometime.
It helped me.
Let's move on to Leandro. Okay, so it looks like the black lines are your first attempt, and the blue lines are your second attempt after you.
Wow.
First thing I noticed was that I kind of like your line work for your first attempt better.
Yeah, me
You really
too.
focused on designing the shapes more as well, because I really like
These are
the
pencil?
design.
No,
that
that's
you have here
Photoshop.
for the
Or
TFL.
equivalent
It's a nice
of.
teardrop shape, and then you got all this layering system.
Look at you
going on
doing
here
your
with
extra
the
credit
gluteus
homework.
maximus
We
and
love that.
And then you have a question mark here, and yes, you're correct. That is fat on top of the gluteus maximus. I think in my drawing I simplified it. I think I got rid of the fat and I just kind of designed the gluteus maximus. And so when you kind of followed mine here and you removed yours. Yours is actually better. This showing
high
the layering
praise.
of the muscle and the fat on top is you kind of took it a step further than I did in mine. So I like your first attempt better than after you watched mine. Although right in here the design is better in the second attempt, where you have the adductors kind of pinching in, getting pushed in by the sartorius, and then the vastus medialis pushes out from there. Your first attempt, yeah, was kind of one line. Doesn't your contours aren't showing that the layering of the muscles.
Mm.
So yeah, definitely I would.
Which one is he talking about? Ooh. I don't think I got that one right. Yeah, no, let's look at that one again. Yep. I felt really confident about this one in the beginning. Yeah, it pinches up a lot higher than I have it. It like pinches up here. Inner thigh comes like swoop right in there. So, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's okay. I was close. It's just a little bit higher up in the pinch. It just snakes up here. Okay, that's fine.
Push the adductors in. The sartorius goes in there, and then the gluteus, and then the vastus medialis pops out like that. That to me feels much more dynamic. Better. Yeah. And then IT band. Push it out. This is the one that you can see two tendons. You can see the hamstring tendon back here. So the IT band would go through here, that, and then the hamstring in the back. And then make sure you're thinking of this rhythm down here. In this one, I feel like the whole thing is just really wide on the left. And then on your first
That's
attempt,
cool that he did
way
it
too
again, though.
curved in
Extra
here, like
credit.
that. I don't feel like there's enough
Shows the
structural
effort.
stability on that.
The
It feels
interest.
like kind of a spaghetti leg. Too much curvature to it. So I would probably do
Curve is
this.
fun though.
And then sartorius more like that, straight, and then this sort of thing happening.
Oh yeah, wow. I really went thick in the legs here.
Oh,
not
and also
that
in
thick.
here, I'd like to see more
Or is it?
pinch. You got the gluteus medius.
He's got muscles for
and then
dates,
the
but
TFL,
I don't know.
like this.
I think I
There's
did
more
it
of
a
this
little
kind of
too wide here.
pinch going on in here. That'll create more tension in the hip. Because he is doing this, right? The pelvis is going this way, and then the leg is going this way. So there is
Yeah.
a leaning, and so the forms are going to get
Gesture I
pinched.
got
Kinda
with
like
the leg thickness.
a
If
bean.
I were to silhouette it, it's a little too
Like that.
much. Yeah,
You got your
nice
page
bean.
2. The major thing I'm seeing here is this the TFL. This is a very odd shape that you put in here. You kind of have it too far away from the sartorius. I do see the sartorius on the form in the photo, but the TFL is very close to the edge. Should be more like this.
Yes, I'm still eating.
And
I
then
made
I'd
good
probably
soup.
put the greater
Broth is
trapeze
good.
Probably larger, just closer this way. And then I think with this photo, actually, a lot of you guys got confused with, there's a division right
How much
in
more
here,
we got,
the
Proko?
gluteus medius. And you're
Oh,
actually seeing
barely
two
halfway.
forms. Yeah, right here, there's this little separation, but this is all actually gluteus medius right here. And then there's
It's
that
a slog,
part.
but
If
it's
you guys go
important
back
to do
the butt lesson,
The
I
butt.
do talk about how the gluteus medius has an anterior and a posterior side, and when they're flexed in a certain way, they can separate. There will be a division between the two sides, and that is happening here. So sometimes when that happens, it's easy to get confused with where, is this the front part of the gluteus medius? Is that the TFL? Because sometimes you won't see a very good indication of the TFL, and there's a really very obvious indication of the front part of the gluteus medius, and it just looks like it's the TFL. But it's not forward enough, right? Like this form is way too far to the side to be the TFL. This is too simple. I like your version better after you watched my example, so that's good. Also, I like up here how you're thinking of the perspective lines, trying to keep all those elements three-dimensional instead of just drawing outlines of everything. So that's good. And then again, look at that. Another perspective line connecting the aces points, which are parallel to these lines. Very good. Good job. I like that. Page 3. I like both of these
Sorry, I wasn't paying
outlines
attention.
of everything. So that's good. And then again, look at that. Another perspective line connecting the aces points, which are parallel to these lines. Very good. Good job. I like that. Page 3.
To see that?
I like both of these. Number 5 is good.
Gives a check.
Yours and the one after. Although the TFL definitely improved. That is better.
Little,
than that.
little thick
And also
here.
the improvement I see is
it's
this
still
definitely
good.
feels more gestural,
Yeah.
more dynamic than this one that feels very blobby.
Yeah.
And then this curve doesn't feel as good as this curve.
Yeah.
That zigzag.
Still
Very
nice to
strong.
see
Lots of
both
tension
attempts.
in that foot, whereas not as much tension in this foot. All right, thank you, Leandro. Let's move on.
That was
to
gorgeous.
Miguel.
Thank you.
Miguel, with you, I
Ooh.
feel like all the anatomical elements are there,
Mm.
but it just feels really sloppy, and the overall form feels really off. Like the contour of the quads or the whole upper leg as it leads into the calves, and just the shapes, the proportions, they just feel really off. It looks like you rushed through the whole thing and then you focused, or maybe you were focused too much on the individual elements.
Because I don't know how he does it if he only gives a week for you to finish these. I missed the deadline, obviously,
nice
but
lay-in of the whole thing,
I don't know
and then dividing
how
it
long you
into
have to get these
parts,
done before he
which
does the critique.
If I
he
do
was
that,
rushing
I
probably
mess
to
up
get
my
him in.
proportions very bad as well. So make sure you start with a good lay-in, gestural lay-in that is proportionally accurate. The shapes are designed well,
I want
and then
to
start breaking it up
get
into the
roasted by
form.
Proko, please.
I mean, I see you're putting everything in. It's just they're not in they're because the big shape isn't correct. The muscles aren't in the right spot, and the muscles aren't designed well either. So that's.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's
Take
all
my
I gotta
plate
say
to
to you
the
is just
kitchen.
slow down and measure a little bit more and take a little bit more care in the beginning stages of your drawing. Okay, next up is Nick Kulinis. Pretty good. I like it. I feel like some of the shapes could just be designed a little bit better. Some things I mentioned before for some other people was like, like this shape, a little bit more powerful, and then this shape, a little more powerful. Maybe a little bit thinner in the joint. I like the shape of that leg a little bit better. This is feeling a little bit too snowman-y, like very symmetrical. So I would
Oh, sorry, my face
start
touched the
curving this a
microphone.
little bit higher up.
My nose
And then
kissed
you
it.
have pinch this. Make sure this feels like a nice, powerful straight. There. I like that shape.
Also,
a
I
little
made
more,
a discovery.
more dynamic.
Pepper loves
In
a
here,
massage gun.
the joints feel very
see.
different. This one is
I'm
thick.
gonna
this one
massage
is
my
thin.
arms because I'm super
And I know that
sore.
this was the back leg, but
But I'm in mute, so you can't hear because it's loud.
you know, the whole leg just in relationship to the length, this whole thing just feels thinner. So they don't match. This needs to be thickened up. And then I mentioned this for someone else, but right in here, you have that bean idea where the TFL comes in through here, like that, and then you have the gluteus medius coming in like that, with a much stronger overlap between the two. And that'll show flexion going this way in the torso and then this way in the leg. Okay, page 2, I'm gonna look at the one on the right here. This shape of the TFL, very two-dimensional, and it's not showing the motion that's actually happening here, which is that it is being compressed like that. And then you have the sartorius coming out like that, and then the rectus femoris coming in like that. The way you've indicated some of these curves, very vague. You're not showing that you understand where the tendon is attaching to the TFL, where the vastus lateralis is going. They're just kind of thrown in sloppy curves. So be a little bit more clean, indicate it better. And then also, the way this foot, I know this isn't related to the quads, but just the way this foot is indicated, it makes me feel like this is the back plane of the heel, right? And then you have like a twisting going on here. And this is like all the back. And so it feels like it's really twisted. And that's not the case. I know in the photo, this angle that you indicated is not there. It's actually going down like that, which implies more of a side profile. A profile, and then in here, you kind of indicate more of a front of the toes that you're seeing. So this foot is more of a profile view, not a back view. And you got page 4. Again, same foot. This is the same pose again, and it's very strange. Something's going on there. If I were you, I'd go back and really study that foot because it's giving you a hard time. But going to this one, you are missing the TFL in here. And it looks like you need to show the quad tendon going straight to the patella, like that.
Look who's here. I need to make an announcement. Come here, Bubba. Ah! I gotta show you something real quick, y'all. Did you know that cats love massage guns? At least Pepper does. You want some, bud? Oh. Oh yeah? Oh yeah. What do you think of those? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. In the You're so silly, Bubba. This way, look at the camera. Over here, stupid. Over here, dingus. No, you done? You done? Oh. What if I get the butt? Do you like that? No? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sorry, continue, Proko.
Although, right in here, if I were you, I'd go back and really study that foot because it's giving you a hard time. But going to this one, you are missing the TFL in here. And it looks like you need to show the quad tendon going straight to the patella, like that. And then the vastus medialis is more out to the side like this. Okay, this is all quad tendon. Rectus femoris, vastus lateralis out here. Okay. Okay, this next one is from Ben McRae, and I'm showing this as an example of a job really well done. I think this is a good example of putting some shading in there, but in a way that it doesn't take away from studying the anatomy, because he's obviously still thinking about every muscle, where it's tracking, and he's using shading just to make each muscle a little more three-dimensional. And he's not just copying the tones he's seeing on the surface, he's actually embellishing it. He's taking the skin off of the person and he's drawing an écorché of that model. So
gorgeous.
It's more than just copying. Chair is very squeaky. He's not just copying the photo, he is dissecting it. And that's the way these anatomical studies should be done.
Yeah,
so if you're going to use tone, still dissect them, just add tone to it. So I don't have too much to say about the accuracy. I think they're very good.
I didn't even attempt to shade.
Here's page 2.
But also, I don't even know what I'm looking at.
Still, you got tone.
I want you to go over this one. This one really confused me.
Very good. Again, very accurate. Good study. Good job. Keep at it.
Good.
Moving to Hesty Laos.
I want to see what he did for that one.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, the quad's
again,
basically in here. This is all inner
most people
thigh.
did
It's
is that
something
they didn't
else.
really
Don't know what that is.
pinch this. They didn't curve.
Okay, I got the
TFL.
quads essentially.
And
I got
really
them.
curved when the hip is back.
Still don't know what's
like
going
that.
on there though.
Another
I
thing
don't
I'm
think
seeing
we're
is the
supposed to
way
know. Not
that
yet.
you're wrapping this form all the way over to the front. You wouldn't do that. The IT band would end
Stop
right
right
here,
there. Yeah.
and then the bump you're seeing on the photo right here,
Is
that's the tibia.
Tibia.
It is not a
Tibia
continuation
tuberosity. Yep.
of the IT band tendon. So it wouldn't. You indicated.
Sorry, I'm
gonna
gonna mute again. I'm gonna
keep
massage it.
And same
it's
thing
loud.
for the sartorius on this side. You're showing it going all the way out and wrapping around to the front, and it's not going to do that. It ends right here in this bundle of tendons right there.
It is beautiful
And then
though.
the front
That top
is all
sketch especially.
bony.
Holy shit. It's
But
gorgeous.
congratulations, you drew this correctly. This IT band, which so many people messed up on. You're showing it going over, connecting here, and then there's another tendon right here for the hamstrings. So you did that correctly. You didn't confuse the IT band for the hamstring tendon back here. The only problem is you kept that IT band going to the front. But the hard part, which everyone got wrong, you did it correctly, so good job. Okay, let's see, Rebecca Shea. Not bad, your stuff is getting cleaner. I feel like the gesture is a little bit stiff. I would, like in here, push this more powerful curve, and then in here, kind of push this curve, and then from the quads, make sure it kind of goes like this, right? This bump on the front, I try to always downplay it. Make sure that the flow is this way. And then in here, this feels really long, this whole knee area, and the way it attaches to the hips. I feel like you might need to just move everything out this way more, and then shorten the knee. And also in here, again, stiff. As I showed earlier, you want to show this flow like that. That's the major flow. And I'm not feeling that in the way you designed your forms. And another one in here, a little more of that pinch, and then the vastus medialis pops out. And better separation of hamstring, and then that fat from the glutes right there. Better straight in here and in here, and then begin the gesture. Don't just bring this tibia straight down. Begin that curvature of the tibia. Even if you're gonna cut it off at the shin there, you're not gonna go all the way to the foot. Make sure you're beginning that gesture still. On your other page, again, same thing, it's the gesture. I mean, you're putting in your anatomical forms there, and seems like it's pretty good. Although you're not showing where these tendons are going. You kind of just left them there. And make sure the vastus lateralis is going out to the top. I would make these subtle indications. You don't have to draw them dark, just something subtle in there to show that you know that this is the IT band, this is the hamstring. But just before even getting to the anatomy, this is just a boring cylindrical form. This is just a very boring cylindrical form. And I know that we always say, like, start with simple forms. Yes, you do, you start with simple forms, but then once you start designing anatomy, which is what we're doing, you gotta make sure that that anatomy is dynamic. We're going way beyond simple cylinders at this point. And I feel like you're trying to conform your anatomy into those simple cylinders, and that you shouldn't do that. You can start with a simple cylinder and then add anatomy on top, but make sure it's dynamic. Don't push the muscles to fit into that cylinder. Okay, moving on to Shashanka Ghosh. Sartorius is too thin on both of these. This one looks like you made the Sartorius a little thicker, so that's good. I don't feel the three-dimensionality in the hips. It feels very flat. Much better on this one though, in the middle. I'm definitely feeling a three-dimensional form in the hips there. There's a nice box that looks accurate. Good overlaps to show. I am a little confused at what's going on in here. There's all these forms. Too much stuff. Make it a little bit clearer. I don't know if you maybe just didn't understand what's going on and you copied some of the things you're seeing just on the surface of the photo. But this needs to be clearly one muscle. And then this needs to be clearly another muscle attaching to an IT band. And then the IT band also connects here. And then vastus lateralis over here, blah, blah, blah. But it's just, you have way too many lines and they're not connecting in a way that shows clear forms. Oh, and also this area here just feels really thin. I don't feel like I can fit a femur in there, both sides of the condyle, and then also the muscular forms on top of that. So yeah, just really, really skinny in that joint. Probably in the other one as well. Both of these just need to be thicker. On this other page, looks like you had a few questions. You're pointing to this form and you're saying, is this the vastus intermedius? No, it's not. No, this is the IT band, which would connect to the TFL and the glutes, and also creating the pinch through here. The vastus intermedius is what you'll see of it is the form of the quad tendon. Sometimes you'll see like a bump right here, and you can see that's very round. That's the vastus intermedius pushing up onto the quad tendon. And then you pointed to this and you said IT band. Yes, that is a pinch of from the IT band. And then look at the indications of the sartorius. This one is very thick, which is accurate, and then this one is really thin. Obviously, the two legs don't match, and then not sure what this little sausage is here. I guess you're trying to indicate the greater trochanter. It kind of just looks like a floating sausage on there, though. But good job actually starting with these boxy forms, starting with construction. I like that. I like that you're thinking of this. Because of that, this in here, I can clearly tell that this is the back plane, this is the side plane, and I can tell what's going on with the perspective. You have the gluteus maximus starting right in the middle. It's good. It's good. I think thinking of this way is making your drawings just feel more three-dimensional from the very beginning. And it's training you to think of 3D forms. So that's good. Which leads us to So Green, who I feel like you're not thinking of three-dimensional forms. I think you're outlining contours
behind my
flat two-dimensional shapes. And I say this a bunch of times, and so this applies to you. Start drawing boxes, draw cylinders, try to feel three-dimensional forms. The anatomy on top of flat things like this is just not going to do anything. So my recommendation isn't to improve your anatomy, but it's just to improve your ability to indicate three-dimensional forms. Okay. Shanhee Lee. Oh, yeah, and Shanhee Lee. So, yeah, this one is actually another example of a really drawn anatomical study. Some of the feet I feel like are a little bulky and fat. Some of the joints feel like they might need to
plop your stinky trash booty all over me and you expect a massage.
Both sides of the leg, one's thick, one's thin. Yeah, so I guess proportions are a little bit off, but the way you've indicated your anatomy here, I feel like you understand what's happening under the surface. I don't have any issues with that. I feel, yeah, just proportions. But I like the way you shaded it. It doesn't take away from the understanding of the anatomy.
Ooh.
So, yeah, good job. I like it. Thank you, everyone who participated.
I think that's all.
I really appreciate you putting yourself out there, letting me critique you, and that helps other students who are watching this to see what you're doing and learn from your mistakes. So thank you guys for submitting this. So now let's move on to hamstrings.
Yeah!
And then we are only a few more lessons away from completing the anatomy course.
Oh my god.
We're 4 years into this.
4
And
years?
some of you guys have been here from the very beginning. Thank you. I really appreciate that. You guys are really, you've just stuck around for all these years and doing all the assignments. Thank you. All right.
Thank you,
Bye.
Proko. Thank you. Yeah, dude. I really want to do all of them again. I want to do this all again. Holy crap. Okay, let's make a few edits before we dive into the hamstrings. But first of all, do you want a massage, sir? Somebody wants a massage. I have some Zelda lo-fi vibes. But for now, if you want a massage, you have to stand up so people can see you. Do you want a massage? He was yelling at me like a freak earlier. You silly knucklehead, you. Okay, so stop twitching and itching. I'm gonna finish up this really quick lesson, and then we're gonna take a stretch break. We're gonna look at the hamstrings lesson and maybe attempt one picture. I don't want to stop yet, but I do want to at least get the rest of this lesson done. Ooh! So that gave me some time to finally finish the Instagram post that I'll put up for this, as well as that actually is the other thing. Chat, I never mentioned, but I got to go to a life drawing class yesterday. It was so much fun. I haven't had a chance to do that in a really long time, and I still got it. It's nice to see. I'll show. Well, you'll see it later. Yeah. I don't want to say anything because there's so much on the horizon that I could say that you will just have to wait and see. But stuff is a coming. Maybe not stuff that I used to do, but stuff is a coming, and that's where I'll leave it. This is falling apart. I need to get this fixed. All right. So usually I'm sketching while he's talking, but I was eating, so I didn't have a chance to do that. And also Pepper was peppering, as he does. Can I draw, sir? Is it okay if I draw? Cat in my lap. Do you give permission for me to draw? I can't do it. He's not gonna. It's not gonna stay. Oh, wait a minute. I think we got it. Cat cam. Alright, so enjoy the lo-fi beats while I clean this up. And then we'll get to the hamstrings. I will make a Facebook or Instagram post when we get there so people can jump in for the fun part. So, props to anybody who poked their head in for this section. It's more boring, but thanks for being here. Okay. Thank you, sir. Let's take a look. So now cheating, looking at the homework. We're not cheating because we finished it. Chop! Don't touch my desk, boy. I ought to hang your butt. I would never, but don't even think about it. Shh. Kiss that cheek, right there. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna move this. Stop! Put this over here. We're just, well, no, I can't see it. We'll have to hang it over here. There's a fly, don't jump in, get it. I know you want it, don't do it. He went and attacked a fly after earlier. He leaped out of my lap, scratched me up good, didn't he? You sure scratched me up good, you did. You and your stinky hide. Ugh. I clean myself with spit, Mom, so I'm very clean. I'm so clean. I just took a bath, Mom. I licked myself clean. I'm sure you did. Delicious, healthy, nice and clean saliva. Alright, get out of here. Now that Mom's not massaging anymore, I don't care. Goodbye. Go ahead. Good boy. Good jump. Alright. I finally am Crystal Kitty. Okay. Huh. Alright. Let's see. What did we say we were gonna do? Really only this one. I think this one is fine. Let's see. Let's go through all of them. This is going to take a little bit more time to finish, but we're basically done. We just gotta look at all of them. Oh, sorry for all the sounds in the background. Sounds! Alright. Is this Lost Woods? I think we have a stream safe playlist now, so hopefully no more copyright. We should be good. Alright. Stop yelling at me. I just clicked. Calm down. So let's see. Let's look at this knee. The newest one we just did. Oh, no. There we go. I got that in. That kneecap looks alright. The tip, this looks a little jank, but it's alright. We don't need to have exact proportions. I think it's okay. What on earth did you think I said to you? I said nothing of the sort to your face. Calm down. Goodbye. Goodbye. Okay. But yes, yesterday I had a very creative day. It was nice. It was so nice. But before we do that, I'm gonna make another adjustment real quick. Let's say 25, 30. A little lighter. Okay. One at a time. Let's look at this one. This one's fine. Rectus femoris is right there. Yeah, and this is all, yeah, sartorius. I think we can exaggerate that pinch a little bit more. Yeah, because right there. Why is Outlook open? I did not open you. That's great. I don't care about updates. Go away. Whoa, no. Go away, please. Google, I do not need you to show people that information. Stop it. You're gonna get me hacked. Go away, Outlook. Thank you. I did not open you. Alright. In mere moments, we're going to finally bridge those pesky hamstrings. But for now, let us clean this up a hair. And then I think sartorius and gracilis stays right here. This is like part of the gracilis, something like that. Okay. So there's that pinch. That's one. And then that's exactly, I don't think that's really what we need, because this is mostly, yeah, but I'm glad, okay, good. I see this. This is sartorius, and then there's another differentiated line right there. That's what I wanted. So sartorius is not the end crease. Cool. Whoa. I didn't mean to do that. My watch keeps a buzzing and a dinging and a rumbling and a screaming. What? I know. It's fine. I don't care though. I'll have to look later. There's urgent things happening in my life, but not now. Not now. Okay. This is a pinchy skin moment. That's great. I got that. Good. Okay. Alright, we got that. This one's good. Then what about you? We do have, I think, a bit more of the rectus. No, the medialis showing that we need to. It's definitely not as much. I have it hanging out over here. We don't really need it over here. We need it over here. So things could shift over a hair. A little liquefy in Photoshop will fix that, but I think we're good. I am going to adjust these lines a little bit. My quads. So let's see. Where's the picture? I have a reference of the picture, but you cannot see it. Hello.
Gonna be blending.
Oh, thank you. I actually can't really tell where the division is. I do see it on the side, but he has it more in the middle. You come here. Really wish I could drag these outside of it so I could see it better, but oh well. No, see, as soon as I click, it's gone. No. Alright, fine. You have to stay over here in no man's land where no one can see you. Unless I just close you up a little more. Let's do that. Oh, perfect. There we go. Mother is blending, so apologies if that's lewd. Not lewd, loud. I can't really show them at the same time, chat. You'll have to take my word for it. But here's what I'm thinking. I think this is the divot that he's talking about, where the rectus femoris is. It's somewhere there, and then this is, I see it now. I have it hanging out way over here. And to continue with that gesture, you can kind of have more of it swinging this way to meet the inside of this tendon. So I think that's what I'm going to just add a little more gesture to that. Yeah, and this cuts off earlier. There's a big tendon right here then. I don't know. That does continue the line a little better. I'm going to leave for the most part stuff that I already made, because I don't want to alter it too much. It's just what I saw after the homework assignment. And then let's adjust this. Also, these are really red. They don't need to be that red. Yo! Style it down. Alright. Paint that tendon back in. Okay, that's a little bit better. It adds more gesture than we had before. Yeah, it swings out a bit. I still don't know what this is though. Like, I'm so baffled by this. I know that this is sartorius, but then what is this right here? There's like another living, breathing thing right here. This can't all be inner thigh. Oh, and I got, yes! Look at that! That little sneak. Ooh, that little sneak! I got the glutey booty. There it is. Glutey booty. Yes. This is a little too big, but, well, I'll be honest. I think this actually starts the IT band, so it wouldn't be sitting on top of it, it'd be right next to it, so no, that's fine. But yeah, what the hell? What the hell? What is this? What is that? It has to be biceps femoris or some part of the hamstrings, because I don't know what that is yet, and it's exciting. I love not knowing what that is, but for the most part, we got the muscles that we were supposed to do. We got the quads, that's enough for me. But this is sartorius. That, wow, this gigantic big ol' egg-shaped thing, this is all sartorius? Jesus Christ! Bruh! The steroids on this man! Wow, okay, and then I'm assuming some gracilis is sneaking in there. Yeah, because you gotta have a little there. There, yeah! Okay, so maybe that is what I thought so. Okay. Alright, so okay, I do know what all of that is, apparently, but it just, wow. Holy shit. So this is all sartorius. And then you have the gracilis sneaking under there. Adductor magnus, all right here. And then max. Jesus. TFL. Didn't put it in, but I see it. Boom, right there. Yep. Crazy. Wow. I got pretty close. Nearly spot on. Nearly. Alright. He added more gesture here, and that's fine. But for the most part, I feel good about that. I got that. Okay. We got in there, baby. We got in there. And actually, this snakes up. So we can add that, because that's where the TFL starts. I mean, IT band. Right? Yeah. It's like right in here. It connects up here. And this is all where IT band starts. Yeah. Okay. So, golly gosh, Jiminy Crickets. Okay. Wow. What a stunning specimen you are, sir. What a beautiful, statuesque piece of work. Okay. I can't really hide it, but... I think that's as good as we're gonna get. I can't really sneak in there, but I can see it enough. It's poking out. Okay. Sorry, my hand keeps butt kissing the microphone. Okay. So this now is all Sartorius. Jesus criminy. Wow. You are gorgeous. And it comes in right underneath. This is all that. All that. Wow. Huh. This is Sartorius. Comes in. And then it comes to the tibia right here. Crazy. What village song is this? How do you know? This is not about the sartorius, this is about the quads, but in relationship to all the muscles surrounding it, it's important to know. Cool. And then, boom, this big old gigantuan motherload of a muscle right here is sartorius. Oh, wow. Incredible. Oh my god. Okay. And sartorius, I believe, connects down to the bottom base of the tibia. Okay. Wow. Let me get that in there, nice and dark. So the division that starts the sartorius and the quads is now defined. Then we have some gracilis. I'm not recording on purpose because this is just adding on to what we already had. It won't really make sense by itself. I already made the video, so we're not recording, we're just adding edits. And then, yeah, gracilis connects to all of that. I do need to go back and clarify where the gracilis and the inner thighs start, but that's basically enough for me for now. Okay. Sartorius, all of that is sartorius, Jesus. And you see, this is why I was confused. But, I guess because you're looking at this from a top plane, so it's flattened, it looks a lot flatter. Like, this is actually how wide sartorius is. And because you're looking at it from this angle, it has not much to show. This part. So, wow. This is like so small compared to this. But it's just stretched so much more. And then, yeah, this snakes in to connect up there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah! I love it. Yeah, and then I even saw that little sneak hanging in there. Yeah, that's not all sartorius, it's up here. Damn, yeah! Damn, dude, I'm good. Ah, I love it. I'm loving it. Ah, I hate McDonald's. Alright, and then TFL. Boom. There he is. Let's put her in. Put her in there. Boom. Alright. Stop pushing my Cintiq, please. Yo. There we go. Define that lovely little connection point. Good. Darken that up some. Alright. That makes so much more sense. Okay. Then, let's move on to the next guy. Color should be still fine. Yeah, okay. And I'm going to hold off on adding any details to the bottom half of the leg. I do know what the inner thighs are. I do, but I still haven't touched that lesson in a while. I
It's
forgot a lot of it.
4:45 p.m. Time to start wrapping up your workday and plan for dinner.
F you, Google. I ain't stopping nothing. I'm on a locomotive train. You cannot stop this train. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm so good. I'm so good. She's right, though. Alright, and then this, I think, snakes in to meet that guy down there. So, yeah. Alright, cool. Alrighty. Then... kind of crazy for me to realize that this is all Sartorius. There's even another little divot that you can kind of see right here. That's like more like of a vein, but it's a cross contour that I still want to understand. But we'll get there when we get there. So okay, now let's move on to the next guy. I think this one is fine. Yeah, this is all hamstring. This is IT band. We got that in there. Good. His junk is covered. Perfect. So we can look at just the junk. Okay. Yeah, so this is fine, I think. I don't think we need to touch this much. Let's see. What did he do? Yeah. Sartorius is actually covering it at top. Oh, I have it snaked under. Ooh, actually. The Sartorius would be covering a lot more of it. But it does kind of get squished, so you know what? It's fine. Sartorius is a little bit lower than that, though. Like a hair lower. Oh, and you know what? Real quick, before I move on from that last one. Let me just really quickly recolor the lines that are not the muscles we're looking at, just the muscle muscles. I'll leave it there. These guys. You are not muscle, that is quad, so you get blackened. You have become the blackened. Monokuma will punish you. TFL and gluten max and mead. All of this is non-quad muscle. Recovered. Okay. Cool. Moving on. This is fine for the most part. I didn't add anything on top of the other muscles, but it's fine. I do like this nice, lovely shading I did. I could add shading, but I don't want to. I'm lazy. There's so much stark shading looking at that. This one I don't think is as defined. You can see it, but it's not as, there's not as strong of a shadow. I mean, besides that, but like to define the quads, I mean. Yeah, there's like that lovely shadow, which is all lateralis. So I think I left it alone. Might even go in there and darken it up a little bit more. So that is such deliciousness. Yeah, that's a really strong core shadow. Oh yeah. There we go. Delicious. Moving on. Alright, what did I say? Recolor IT band. Okay. So I think, yeah, for the most part, everything in here is fine, placement-wise. We just need to change up the coloring of things. So, you have such delicious muscles. Holy cow, they're gorgeous. But I'm in love with these hamstrings. I cannot wait to know more about them. We're going to get to them very soon. This is going to be a two-parter. Okay, so here we go. IT band snakes in. This pinch is all created by IT band. So this lovely, lovely tube is now actually IT band. And this pinchy pinch is that same muscle constricting. Tendon, sorry, constricting. So this needs to connect up there to that. So we need to make that clear. And I think, where did I put it? Yeah, that is not correct anymore. But I got that. Hamstrings is right, rectus femoris is right, vastus lateralis, and the IT band are incorrect. So let's clean that up. Ooh, I love this stuff. It's just like Christmas in here. Ooh, baby. Okay, get away. So let's see. All of the shading can stay. In fact, I'm gonna even make the shading a little bit darker, because who doesn't love good shading? 65 should be good. 100 just felt too strong, yeah. We'll say 60, right in the middle. And I'm going to moose skulls. Let's get in here a little bit more. Yeah. So this now is all of that IT band pinching right there. That little turn right there is going to indicate that tube as IT band. So actually I'm going to get rid of this color because that's going to throw me off. Okay. I'll even get rid of the bones too. There it is. Bone. There we go. Okay, so let's just look at what's on top. Damn, it's gorgeous. I did a good job with this one. This one is my strongest one, it feels like. Okay. IT band. Boom. But that doesn't make sense anymore because it kind of like have to turn in unless it's getting pinched. It has to follow. Well, this shading does work. It does work. Okay, never mind. This is lateralis. Pinchy pinch is what I think is sartorius. Yeah, okay. So we just need to figure out color scheme wise what we're looking at. So let's see. We have my super saturated red. I'm gonna take that down a notch and make it like 60, 55. Let's do that. There we go. Actually, whatever color I had was fine. Dang, I didn't mean to do that. Nope, it's fine. That can stay. This is the color I want. Okay. So, let's just recolor everything. Yup. This is now IT band. We'll go in there and clean it up. This is IT band as well. This is now, oh yes, delicious, delicious lateralis. Oh baby, delicious meat on the side, that steak lunch. And we didn't really get into the booty at all. We could clarify that a bit more too, but that's not what the bulk of this lesson is about. This is all one thing. I don't think we need this little differentiation. Shading wise, I think I threw myself off. Let's just look. Oh, I see what I did. That little divot, I think, is just the pulling of the IT band. No, I think that's a core shadow. It's so hard to tell in that little corner. I gotta look up closer. What did you do? This is all IT band? No, this is all lateralis. Football. Yeah, and then what did you do here? This is this is the IT band. Yeah, no, okay. Okay. Ooh, that's confusing. Wow, lady. Take it down a notch. God, gorgeous legs, but Jesus Christ! Okay, this is hamstring. We don't care about that. We care about this. Okay, so this line is fine. This connects to glute med. I need to figure out where that is. We need to put it in the booty. We didn't really define the booty. We could define the booty. Where is it? There's the booty. Boom. Actually, no, it's right here. There it is. And then glute maximus. It kind of just blends in. It's hard to see. You can kind of see it, but it's really faded. Really faded. Although that pinchy pinch, did I get that right? Because no, this is TFL. Yeah. This is TFL. This is tendon. Doors domain. Actually, I'm not going to even mess with that. Forget it. It's not a butt lesson. We'll revisit that another time. Butt lesson is overrated. I did not like the butt lesson. It was a little too raunchy for me. Thanks though. It's memorable. I'll give it that. Alright, so now let's clarify color scheme. As nice as this is, that is not correct anymore. Okay. There we go. Still kind of hard to tell where the Sartorius and the Rectus femoris live. I mean, not Sartorius, sorry. The lateralis. This is all lateralis. Where did you see some Rectus femoris? It's very hard to tell. These are very, very, very close to each other. Yet, I don't really see a division line. But you can definitely see that is Sartorius. In fact, I can even say right there is where tendon coax out. A little bit right there. Right there, right there. Because it doesn't go all the way to the meat. Not all the way to the leg meat. It cuts off a little earlier. Okay. There we go. So this is now IT band, pinchy, pinchy, pinchy. And right here is where you get back to lateralis. And this meets the edge of the IT band, I think right here. Okay. This is also lateralis, I think. It's not very clear in this picture. I love this one, but I gotta do it again. I'm not doing it today, just noting down. I want to do all of these lessons again, properly. I think we can actually put this Richter's band back in, because I don't remember, but does it connect all the way to the edge? Where is it? Where is it? Aha! Richet's band goes all the way to... Oh, show me the inside. No, you suck. Okay, well it tucks under. It goes underneath inside the Sartorius. But I'm looking at the outside. Where does it stop on the outside? I guess I could open up Proko's thing. I could take a look. Please don't break, computer. Please don't break. Oh, right there. That's what I need. Okay, it meets the IT band. You can see right here. Boom. Okay. So, IT band tucked under. So no, the way I had it was fine. We're good. Boom. There it is. Alright. That looks a little more accurate. Save that puppy. And moving on. Oh yeah, we gotta move this guy up a bit. Yep, the pinchy is way earlier. And actually, now that I know better, Sartorius, inner thigh, gracilis, yeah. Oh, it's so nice to see that differentiation. It's very subtle, but there's like a small baby pinch right there. That's not all inner thigh, that's a little deviation of muscle. Gracilis, and then sartorius, because it goes all the way up to the top of the muscle. Pinchy right there. Beautiful. So actually, you can see how it curves down. How did you do it? Yeah, it's right there. Yeah. Slides underneath that little fat. And then here's the, snake out of the medialis. Okay. Because it comes right to that curve. So I'm going to even pinch that up a little higher. Actually, color can stay. It's just this needs to be corrected. Right about you can even see where the curve starts. I always forget the differences between the towns. They all sound so similar, but they're so pretty theme-wise. Marilyn. Peeling the skin off. Nice and gross. This wouldn't be that abrupt. It's a little softer. Inner thigh. Also, he didn't define that pinchy, but I think that's pelvis. This pinchy is pelvis, I'm assuming. So that doesn't really matter. That doesn't concern us much. Now, if I take away the color, how wrong does this look? That's fine. There's also, I think, a little bit of gracilis. You could see it. I love that the gracilis is the muscle you don't think of a lot because it's usually so tiny and insignificant. But if you can find it, like there's another pinchy right about that's not the end of the sartorius. It's right about here. I'm gonna say that's some smart gracilis. Not really remember where it connects, so I'm not gonna imagine things that aren't there, but there is a little divot there. Okay. Sartorius, then TFL, TFLis, senior fellis, because it connects right to the outside of the IT band, which is right about here. Yeah. Pancake pocket. Pocket. There's, I think, TFL. And then somehow, I don't know where you put this fructus femoris because it's kind of hard to see it. But you can very clearly see the end of the lateralis. Right here. And this is hamstring, I think. Yeah, it's lateralis right here, cutting off right there. So this is actually more lateralis right here. There's more. There's more? Yes, there is. Lateralis comes all the way through. This lovely, lovely little junk pocket right here is not hamstring. I believe that's lateralis. Poking out through to say hello. Coming back in to snake up to the top. Yummy details that most people don't catch, but they're so fun if you can. Delicious. I take my time on these. I don't really care about rushing. I want to be accurate. IT band comes all the way down to there, at the base of the skin fold, right down there. Way down there. Yeah. That's all IT band. Right here. What? Pokemon? No, I don't want Pokemon music. What I do want, though, I want to hear some Hollow Knight. You're still snoozing. I'm waiting for the pepper alarm to go off, but I'm not going to jinx it. I'm enjoying this free time to finish. There we go. I don't know how I feel about this mix. I found just chill vibes. The music is so pretty by itself. Why does it need a track or a fat beat on top of it? It really doesn't. Okay, this is fine. There we go, adding some more details. Adina! And I need to finish this too. Oh, Silk Song. One day. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if this is right now, because this is supposed to sit right on top of the epicondyle. The kneecap is way over here. Ooh, I don't think that's right. As nice as it looks, it's not right. Here's where it starts. Right here. This actually snakes a little bit closer in. I think it might be time to stand up. BRB for loud death. You're welcome for not having to hear loud desk sounds. Okay. Alrighty, let's clean this up a little bit. This did bother me for a while. This is supposed to be right on top. Right there. Yeah, because there's the kneecap. You don't have any of that happening. I think I see that separation from longus and the oblique section. Oh, so nice, but it's so technical. Actually, where does this attach? It snakes back underneath to hit the femur. Where did I put the femur? There's the femur. So it goes back up into there. And my Cintiq keeps sliding. I really would like it if you stopped that. I guess the wear and tear is kicking in. I have had this for a while. Femur's right there. Love how it sits right on top. Oh, I love it! Actually, there it is. Fudge, what's her name? Main character of Self Song that we all adore and love and can't wait to hear. Adina! What's her name? Oh, I'm blanking. I know her name, but I can't remember it right now. So yell it at me, chat. I forgot her name. It'll come to me in a phase of in a crazy fade. I actually kind of want that shadow right there. Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh. Oops. I want to see Sonic 3 again. I want to see it again. No, that doesn't work. We'll leave it like that. Oh my god, it's killing me. What on earth is her name? I don't want to look it up. Well. Alright, so that was a bop, but I don't know, are the rest of these gonna be bops? So that's the main thing that was bugging me before. But now the Sartorius doesn't line up anymore. And I want this beautiful shading. I think I might go for the shading for a bit because it's gorgeous. Sartorius actually sneaks in a little bit more. Sartorius, Dr. Magnus, Gracilis. Yeah, we gotta do this. There's a lot of edits I'm noticing now. Now that I know more, because I'm a smart girl. Tendon starts here. I thought this was Richter's band. That's Tendon. Pretty sure that's Tendon, at least according to Proko. And then the rectus. This is all rectus femoris right here. All these beautiful F's curves. Oh, they're so juicy. So yeah, this is all right here. Rectus femoris. Look at that beautiful S curve. Ooh, I love it. I need shoes. My feet. Ow! I stubbed my toe. Hey, girl. I did. God, this is gonna really wreck my brain. Hey, girl. What is her name? Oh. Rectus femoris actually starts up here because there's TFL and then Sartorius right here. Yeah. And then I can kind of see the split right there. I lied, we're still doing critiques. This is not at all hamstrings. I was afraid of this because I was like, we may not actually get to hamstrings today. Depends on how long it takes me to finish. We'll see. But we're gonna put quad critique. Fits right in there, perfect. We'll get to hamstring today. At least we'll look at the lesson next time, I promise. May not be actually critique total time, but we may take a break and come back. I didn't think I'd have many corrections, but I'm looking at this now like, yes, I do. Because this is all... Ooh, yeah. This one especially I needed to clean up a little bit more. And then you see the snake of the the lateralis right there. probably finish this part by the end of the Hollow Knight Stoic music. That already looks a million times better. As long as all Deep Nest isn't in here, we can happily listen to the rest of this. Otherwise. I see it, I see it, I smell it, I smell it, I dig it. It's not following this groove, but it's where the edge of the femoris starts. Yeah, and it connects to where? The ice? The ace! Ace-a. There. It's the only one that connects to the top of the pelvis. How are we doing on time, Hollow Knight? Oh, we're good. We're good. I'm gonna be done with this before Hollow Knight ends, because I do want to get to at least a part of the hamstring lesson. We probably won't finish the first one, but we want to at least block it in. I want to capture my excitement live. Alright. Although, depending on how long we go, I may not have time to get other things done today, because I got some stuff to finish for things. Content is coming, and that's all I'll say. It's very exciting. I'm really happy to be done and move on with my life. Alright, so let's see. Sartorius goes all the way down there.
I want to say both because
Did we at least get that right?
no, I know.
We got most of it. I think we can just bring that in a little more. So it sits up higher. It's nestled in right around Yeah, it's a little higher up on the femur. I mean, the tibia. So we can just close that right into the neck of the leg. Okay. So now, let's... I wish I could solo layers inside. It will not let me. It's very confusing. Let's take this. Clean it up a little.
So now, let's bring this back in. Base. Bring my Sartorius up a little bit higher. Kissing. Right there. Yeah. Right about meow. There we go. That's Sartorius. Mm-hmm. We're not doing shading. I'm fading. No, I am. I'm doing shading. It's so fun. I just gotta at least add the lines. That clarifies a lot. We can at least color this now, because it's not at all the main muscles we're looking at, not the main muscle groups. That's all grayed out. Oh, a little darker. There you go. I won't lie, this one is not as pretty as the first iteration, but it is correct. I would rather it be correct. Oh, City of Tears. I think I've heard this version. Okay. That is more accurate to me now. I do think I will take a break soon after I make these corrections. This is the second to last one. And then we may come back, we may console and make this another stream. I do want to do the hamstrings, but I want to be fresh for that, you know? I don't want to be tired. And there's other things I want to get done today, so it depends on my energy, but we may stop here. Sadly, this will just be a recap lesson. Not as exciting as it could be, but I know. We'll save all of our energy for the hamstring sense time. Alright. So I gotta change the thumbnail. So that's not accurate anymore. I think that's right. Now, TFL. You connect way up here to the top. Sartorius connects way up there. I didn't put the Sartorius there. Sartorius doesn't connect there anymore. Yeah, no. There we go. And the snake's under all of that. Now that I look at it, that doesn't make any sense. I think we can leave it like that. There's a little split. Okay. I think that's TFO. It's a little too big for my liking, but I think that's TFO. Okay, color actually still kind of lines up. And where did I put Richter's band? It comes in, right? It comes up, up and away, and goes down in there. Snakes down. It doesn't go uppy, loopy, loop. It goes down. So we gotta put that back in. Richer, Richter, whatever it's called, I don't know. But yeah, you can kind of see it. It's very subtle. It's very subtle. Looks cool. Okay, that feels more accurate now. A lot better. It was bothering me for a while. And did it show where it connected? Yeah, snake's right underneath the sartorius, right next to it. They're neighbors. How cute. They're butt touching. Alright. There's a little turn right there. Not as big of a fan of this track. And this is the last one on the playlist. Nah. Gimme stress. Nah. Chill vibes, chill vibes, chill vibes, chill vibes, chill vibes, chill vibes, chill vibes. Sure. Give me some Zolder. Can't go wrong with Zolder. Jazzy Zolder. That was really loud, sorry. There we go. There we go. Cool. And I also said that I would correct this center thigh and then Grisilla sneaking out back there. Oh, so pretty. Who is this by? This is so pretty. Just says Game Chops. That could mean anybody. Specifically, artist name. Don't tell me you don't know. Crafted by Rob Arahu, Chill Hop, and Chris Davidson from Game Chops. With mixed by Karan Sinha in LA. Beautiful. Okay, color. Let's fix this up a little. Yeah, we're not getting to the hammies today. I'm sorry I lied to everyone. I wish I didn't lie. I'm a liar. I'm a dirty cheat. I'm a horrible person. But no, I want to be fresh for our outing in the quads. I mean, in the hamstrings, and I want to make sure that I do them justice, because I am fading a little bit. I want to have energy for our discovery of the hamstrings. Uncharted territory deserves a fresh take. Oh, it's almost older. this is as relaxing for you as it is for me, chat. I'm really at peace right now. Been going like a locomotive train for the last few days, and it's nice to slow down and just do some chill drawing. Been a while since I had time or a chance to do this. That looks kind of shiny. Alright, that looks so much better. Oh, and wait, there's a little bit more tendon. I forgot. There we go, tucked under. There it is. Alright, it sits right on top of it. Maybe a little bit lower if you really squint, but it's about right on top. Okay. No shading today. Forget it. We're just gonna let that live as is. I'll put in a little line just to indicate the shading, but we're not adding any official shading. This is really aggressive though. That pinch is not quite as tight. I don't know if I want to keep that, but yeah, we'll see. Nitpicking right now. What melody is this? This sounds familiar. Sword search. Ready. Well, if we didn't do shading for one side, we're not doing it for the other side. I need to sit down. Oops, sorry. That's just my chair. I'm sleepy on Saturday, Sundays. It's Sunday. Back on the ground. Hello, everyone.
Ooh.
Surprised the children have been this quiet for this long. I shouldn't judge. I shouldn't say anything. I feel like I'm a jinx it. It's only a matter of time before someone gets antsy. The shading is really lovely, though. I'll tackle that another time. Fuck it, I'm gonna tackle it now. We're here, might as well. I'm such a hypocrite today. Excuse me, I'm so burpy today. Sorry. I really wish this Brussels went the other way. If I could just flip it. Do it. I can't rotate it like in Photoshop. Forget it. There we go. Do I need the shading? No, doesn't really add much. I'm gonna leave it out. At least we got the Sartorius and the TFL in there. I think that's the biggest change we needed to make. The rest should be easier. Moving on. I spent all that time experimenting. I'm good. Alright, which one was this one? Which problem was this? We did that. Soften lateralis? Oh! Oh, that's a simple touch-up right here. really really janky here. Out of practice. Too many lumpy bumps. And again, this does not loop up and around, it loops down and around, following the line of the sartorius. Taking the bones out. Such thick, meaty legs. No, no. Sus. This is cute. It's the Wind Waker house sign. But also, all the Zeldas have it. I just remember from Wind Waker the most because I think it's the most iconic in that game. For me, anyway. Having played 0 Zelda games ever, I just listen and watch them. I drew on the wrong layer. Love when I do that. Second time's even better though. So I'm going to actually do a huge thing and change the title. Well, I don't think I can. Nah, can't change the title. That's only on Twitch. Still used to Twitch. I need to check something. Have I been streaming to nobody this whole time? I'm used to streaming alone, but I just want to make sure. Okay, no, we're live. My bad. But I do want to know, is this video on private? That might be why no one can see it. Can I release it from private jail? Something tells me that's what happened. I didn't stream it publicly. So, oops. It's a good thing I didn't stream. Checking something, BRB. I didn't set it to public. I love when I do that. Oh wait, no I did. I don't, where is it? I don't know. I need to check. Yeah, I don't know if this is public. Oh, it is! Nope, it's just me, myself, and I. Never mind. I'm crazy. Alright. Sometimes I just don't know, because it's usually just me in here. No feedback to tell me. Alright. We're good. Today was rather chill and boring, so I apologize. I have such better line control than before. Just sketching alone.
smells like this smells. This sounds like Snoopy. I mean, Vince Guaraldi is iconic. Not all jazz sounds like Vince Guaraldi, but this melody sounds familiar. Oh, that's bone. Ooh. Okay, that's fine. Alright. I think that's enough for that. While I'm here, might as well hit export and save all of these guys so we can see the final updated version. My favorite thing to do is update all of them and see them all live. Alright, that's done. That's done. That's much better done. And then colored out sunlight a little bit, just a hair. Boom. Fixed. That's already so much better. Clarifying things as well. I need to do that in my notes. This is not IT band. This is IT band. That little tunnel right there. Invisible tunnel. Lateralis. Where are my notes? There we go. All the way to the edge. Okay. Didn't touch that one. That one's better already. Cool. And yep. Alright. Nice. Alrighty. I think we can hit save and export this puppy. Alright. So let's do this one more time. Here is the old non-updated version of all of these. We're gonna really quickly hit update, and you can see all of these update in real time. It's gonna take me a second, but it's really cool to see them update live. So maybe you can catch it, and I can do it while it's live. So this one, actually these three up here should all update. So let's do it. Excuse me. Oh, is this Wind Waker? Yeah. I'll let you know when an update. Boom. Yes. Don't think it'll update until I touch the new folder, so I can make them update all at the same time. That one's fine. This one we did update. Let's fix that. Sound effects are gonna keep happening, sorry. Didn't touch that one. We did touch this one. I can actually show you what I'm working on now. On this screen. Nope, wrong screen. Here we go. Exporting all of these puppies one more time. Which one is it? Is it this one? I think it is. Yes. Oops, nope, I don't want the white background. No, we're gonna do it again. Yeah, there we go. And this one we doctored up a little. Well, that's good. Cool. That should be all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the only one we didn't touch is, I think, this 5. We did adapt. We did fix that one. 4 and 6. We didn't touch. Yeah, I can. Let's go into the presentation, and it's gonna automatically update them. Oh, you didn't see it live, dang. But you can see. Oh, the back and forth is cool. Yeah. It does shift over, but they all updated. There it is. Oh, cool. Why does it default to that? I don't know, but now they're all updated. Great. It's not quite as seamlessly as I wanted, but they are updating live. That is so cool. Yeah, actually it looks better on this screen. I forgot this is the screen you're looking at now. So now, boop. Oh, shoot. Why do you keep moving my camera? I didn't mean to do that. What if I hide this? Go away. Ah, come on. I gotta do it again. Arg. Alright, so double click on these. It's fine. There we go. Yeah. Very subtle, but you can tell. Looks good. All right. I don't know why this screen is so bright. There's like a filter that makes the screen so much brighter than it actually is, but it's not. Don't know why that is, but we are here. Don't know why that is the case. Okay, whatever. Well, it just makes everything on my screen so much brighter than it needs to be. Okay, that's it. I think that's a done project. And we have each one as well. You can look it up close when we go through it on Instagram. Yay! Okay. So chat, I think I'm going to leave it here. I am actually tapped out. I wanted to get to the hamstrings today. I really did, but you know, we gotta be thorough here. Excuse me. Can't have any fun doing the body if you don't know what you're doing. So, I'm sorry, as boring as this was more of a wrap-up closure assignment project. And I had a hunch this might happen, but I wanted to be wrong. So I'm sorry. And also, the babies are still snoozing. I'm kind of grateful they let me finish streaming. They usually interrupt it somewhere. So any minute now, Pepper's gonna riot and he's gonna start acting a fool. So I'm gonna jump off before that happens. I just want to say one more time, this is the wrong screen. We're looking at this one right now. There we go. Nope. We're looking at this one. There we go. Secrets. Secrets. Thank you very much for anybody who's catching these streams live. I am so grateful and honored. But if you're just watching these at a later time after the fact, that's also fine too. I'm just grateful that you're swinging by. We're going to keep doing the anatomy train all the way to the feet. We're going to finish the body, and then we're going to jump into 3D. So Blender is coming, possibly Houdini is coming, and then whatever else is on the table that I can afford right now. Really. But a lot of 3D software is coming. I want to get into ZBrush as well. I want to basically redo all of the body in 3D. But at the same time, there are some big projects that I am working on in the background. Like this is in the forefront of the view in the camera. Far in the background, there are some long-term projects that I'm cooking right now that I can't wait to release and show you on May of this year. That is the goal. Again, they're not done yet, but one of those projects is done and on its way to you. I just got to make the thumbnail and post it. So anyway, thank you so much for jumping in. And as always, my friends, PLD. I can do it now. PLD. If you like what you see here, remember, as always, credit your sources, but keep playing, keep loving, and keep dreaming. I don't know how to say dreaming in sign language yet, but I'm learning.